Hi guys and girls, and welcome back to Zenith Minis. My name is Greg, and today we are checking out a product by KR Multicase, and this is one of their quarter-size cases designed for skirmish games like Necromunda, Kill Team, and of course, Warcry. So we're sticking with the Warcry theme this week, and what I'm going to be doing is going through this case, looking at the foam, and I'm going to be letting you know at the end if it's suitable for keeping your warbands safe. So guys, this is the KR quarter size case, and it's been designed specifically for smaller skirmish games like Necromunda, Kill Team, and of course Warcry. It is one of the card based cases, so quite affordable. You're not paying a premium for things like fabric, zips, pockets, little plastic feet to keep it upright, which is great. But the only downside to the card is if you live somewhere like I do where it rains a lot, you don't want to get too wet too often. So a couple of times my full-size case has been caught in the rain. It's caused some cosmetic damage, but I can imagine over time it's going to sort of disintegrate and wear away. But this is a great case because it's small enough to fit in a backpack, which means you can negate any sort of stormy weather destroying your case. But the card itself, you know, it's standing up to the rain, it is thick, it is durable, it's going to protect your models from any sort of impact damage, which is what you want. And on the top then we've got this plastic handle which is quite strong, and that is pretty much the outer shell of the case. Of course we've got some foam inside, so what we're going to do is open it up and check that out. So I am using this for my Nighthaunt warband for Warcry at the moment. So on top here then we've got some cards, we've got the fighter cards here. I just resting it on top of the topper, and then I got a nice Warcry thematic red foam going on. So we've got the topper here, quite thick, so it's going to stop your models from hitting the top of the case. The foam itself as well is awesome. As mentioned, I've used KR in the past, and I will say when I received this foam, it seemed like a step up from the foam I'd received a couple of years ago. So whether they've changed the formula, or maybe there's a different kind of sort of standard when it comes to different colours, I'm not too sure. The foam I had before was green. The foam I've received from them this time is blue and red, and both of them are a bit of a, as I said, a step above what I'd received in the past. So maybe they've changed things up, but it was good before, it is great now. So the foam is soft, it's going to protect your paint jobs, you're not going to have any sort of scuffs or what I've seen with some of the rougher foams, you know, just wearing away at the paint. This is going to be kind to your paint jobs, it's durable, it's flexible, you can do this to it, and it's going to keep its shape. So that is awesome. And then underneath here then we've got the actual tray, which is made out of the same foam, and this is the pick and pluck tray, which is great for things like Kill Team or Warcry, because you're going to have different size fighters in your warband. You're not going to necessarily all have 25 mil bases or 32 mil bases. You can have a variety, so this is where a pick and pluck tray can really work for you. So as you can see here, I have got a variety of different fighters from the Nighthaunt. On the left I got some of the larger fighters, and on the right I've got my chain rasps. So what I was able to do then with the guys on the left was pick and pluck containers that were big enough to fit them. And what KR have done really well with this foam tray is we haven't just got all the same sized bits of foam you can pluck out. There are two different sizes, so you've got a larger rectangle at the top there, hopefully you can see that, and then you've got a smaller one which could work as either a divider, or you can pop it out to make a larger container. So what I've done with these guys then, I've popped 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these out to create this larger container, and then I'm able to fit things like the Glaive Ray Stalker, Dread Warden, half-built Spirit Host. I'm sure it's going to fit in when I do finally finish it, but a bit of a work in progress. And then of course things like your Grimghast Reapers, which are a little fiddly to fit in a lot of standard cases, so it's been really awesome for making those larger models fit. Then on the right then we have got my chain rasps, which have been painted, so let's take a look at these guys. So as you can see, the paint job is looking awesome. I've been using this to transport my warband around. I've only ever used this warband for Warcry, so the paint job is definitely holding up, and I've made a different size containers to fit these smaller guys. I probably could have just plucked out the one rectangle, but because this chain rasp has a history of his arm being snapped off, not to any fault of any cases I've used, but just because I manhandle him and his hand always breaks off, so I don't want to be getting my fingers in and pulling him out too roughly, so I've just made these sort of containers a little bit bigger to fit those guys in. So what I've done, as I mentioned, taken the bigger one, but I've also taken the thinner one there just to give them a little bit more room, and then you can see the dividers are the different sizes. So overall, this foam is perfect for these skirmish type games. I imagine it's going to work equally as well for a kill team, and that is pretty much the case, guys. What I'm going to do now is move on to the conclusion. So we've had a chance to check out KR's quarter size case, but what are my final impressions? Well, for skirmish games like Kill Team and Warcry, I think it's a great little case. It's small enough to fit in a rucksack, and the card is durable as well, so it's going to keep your models pretty safe. The foam is a real high quality, it's soft, but also the flexibility of the pick and pluck means you can make containers to fit the larger or more awkwardly shaped models within your warband, like the Grimghast Reapers. In terms of price point, it's very affordable, so if you want to check that out, I've linked it in the video description below, and a big thank you for KR for sending me some products to review for you guys. And that is the end of today's review. Really hope you've enjoyed. If you have, drop me a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you want to. I've got more videos on the way, so I hope you'll join me for that. But until next time, thank you for watching, take care, and I'll see you then.